What's happening, people? What's happening? What's good? What's good? Shrimp. Lobster. Fresh asparagus. Man. How y'all doing? Hope everybody is doing well. I really do. I hope everybody's doing well. Life's crazy, man. You know, I came back here, Jacksonville, 2017. It was like, I felt like I could always come here because, you know, this is where I was raised. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here since I was 5, 6 years old. Then I left for a year, went back to Baltimore when I was about 11. Came back, was here until I went to the military at 19. Lived there for 12 years in Virginia, you know, on and off the water. Came back here a couple times, you know. But my mom was here. My so-called best friend was here. My family was here. So-called family. And I just thought, this is where I was supposed to be. But the more or the longer I stay here, the more I'm starting to see this place ain't for me. I had a real affinity for the people here, you know, because it's supposed to be home. But I'm really starting to see I'm one of one. I am unique here. I'm a genuine person. If I say something, I mean it. I know a lot of people, you know, it's not my thing to be capping or lying. If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to be around them. I'm not going to talk to them. If I'm in a bad mood, I still put on a good face for people, you know what I'm saying? Just out of respect or just being a good person. You know, I don't want to be a bad person. And I done compromise my own well-being sometimes for other people's bull. Some people don't know how. It's like they don't know how to act or be. Jamie, I know everybody not gonna be you, but it's like lately I'm starting to see that people don't like me, and it might not even be that they don't not like me. It's the fact that my energy might be too genuine for people who not really genuine or had a life to where they feel like they gotta be tough or rough and rugged or like backdoorish or you know. I just see some things. All right. People that you would call your friends or want to call your friends, they don't be want no friends. People just think you be have kindred souls or kindred connections with. They ain't trying to be no kindred spirit or none of that type of stuff. They might not even think that deep, but and trying to come up in a way that I'm trying to come up as far as entertainment or music. It's like the people in this industry, in this city, it's like almost everybody that I come across, they just be on a different type of time. Either they so jaded to where they don't know when to trust or deal with people or how to deal with people. Or money is the forefront of everything, and I'm right back. I don't know. Maybe I'm just green. That's what we call it here. Green to the bullshit. Green to the culture. But it's not that I'm green. I just be having the crazy idea that I can change people's heart. I be feeling like if I show them a real, the real genuine in me, that maybe they will see it, be like, dang, I could be genuine too. It's okay to just be myself. It's okay to just want to do good things for people. Be up and honest, or keep my word, or not talk just to talk and talk to actually mean what you say. But when you do that, when you say that, it's always gonna be somebody that be like, "Oh, well, see, this way you fucked up. This way you wrong. Yeah, this how it's supposed to be." And And it's like, no, that's not. It's not that way. You're making it that way. Shit don't have to be like that. Everybody is so negative about everything. If they ain't trying to money talk you, they're just not being genuine. They're not keeping it real. I'm not a homophobe or none of that. But I feel like, say you're gay, right? All that down low brother shit, it'd be lame. Like if you be yourself and give people that opportunity to decide when you come in, to decide if they're gonna deal with you or not. Like you don't just hide it or try to disguise it. Just be yourself and give people the opportunity to make their own decision about you. Because if you're that, be that. If that's what you feel God put in your heart to be that. But don't hide it. And then when you feel like you're about to get found out or discovered or anything like that, you retaliate in crazy ways. It's not necessary to do that with everybody. Everybody ain't trying to expose you in no negative light. If you keep it real from the beginning, you avoid some of the problems, especially with me. I know they say you can only speak for yourself. With me, like, man, hey, do your thing. Just know I ain't that way. But that don't mean you're not a good person. You get what I'm saying? That don't mean you're not worthy of doing business with or working with or nothing like that because you're that way. Just understand that everybody else ain't that way. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm talking in circles. It's a lot going on. But it just be sad, man. People really be living lies. People really be living a lie instead of just being themselves. And it's sad. I feel sad for people that feel they got to do that, Especially when you be around people for a while, and then it comes out that things are this way, and you be like, "Hold on, what?" Like, so you've been acting this whole time? Then that takes you to the realm of, okay, why was you acting? Why did you feel like you had to lie? What was your agenda? What was your motive? Why be around somebody who's not when you are and you lie? Did you have a negative agenda and then expect a positive outcome? That don't work. That's not going. That's 99% 9% of the time. That's not going to work. That's why it's better to just be yourself and let people decide if they like you. That's with me. I'm going to be myself. No matter who I get around, I'm going to be myself 100% of the time. And that gives you the opportunity to say if I like this dude or not. Is he cool? He a little weird, you know what I'm saying? What is it? He a little artsy. Yeah, I'm a little artsy. But guess what? You're gonna know that from the beginning. He got a little temp on him. You're gonna know that within the first couple times of meeting me, like that I'm a certain way. You don't play with me a certain way. You don't try me a certain way. And I'm the type of person, I'm forgiving. I let shit go. I'll just, I won't make a problem. I don't want to altercation, not altercation. What's the word? What's the word, baby? Confrontation over small things. Because everybody's human. Everybody, get to make their own decisions in life, and you shouldn't judge until you actually know somebody, right? So that's the importance of being yourself around people. So they'll know what they get, To anybody who's hiding who they are, don't do it. Because you're going to get yourself into a situation where every person you come around, you're going to start hiding. Now you're living a lie. And then when people find out that you're living a lie, it makes you get mad or nervous, or make you feel like you got to defend or attack or whatever. But if you was just being genuine from the jump and gave people an opportunity to know you and judge you for the actual you, and you not living in this dysphoria, a lot of the things that come from it, it wouldn't happen. My sister is a lesbian. She's married to a woman. I have an uncle who's gay. I'm not homophobic. So for anybody that comes around me and they're homosexual, but they don't tell me, and then I find out, it's not that I'm mad, but it makes me think, what was your real agenda? Why didn't you tell me? Or what did I give off to you to make you feel like you couldn't tell me? You get what I'm saying? If you was yourself from the beginning, maybe I wouldn't have said certain things that I would have said, to you. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people is like, they want to be secret around you to see how you're going to act, but that don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? So, like, just an example. You can't be a liar trying to see if somebody around you is one way, right? Because if you lying to them, you put them in a box to where they feel like they can be a certain way around you. If you would have told them what it was from the beginning, they probably wouldn't have been that way. So you can't hold them. You can't have no malice or hold them accountable for, being a certain way around you when you were being phony with them the whole time. Makes sense? That's just for anybody who's going through that. I feel I had to speak on that today. So if you come across this live and see it, just know it's okay to be yourself. It really is. You don't have to hide your lifestyle, especially in 2026. There's no need to. You see all this stuff coming out, and not relating this, but see all the stuff coming out with the Epstein files and finding out all these people got these different beliefs and what they like, and the problem is, of course, other than messing with children and eating people and hunting people and stuff like that, the problem is that it's secretly doing it. When you're open with stuff, at least people know what it is. People know not to come around you. And if that's the problem, you feel like you got to keep it secret, that means you're a predator. And then, nobody deals with predators. Nobody wants to deal with predators because they don't want to be prey. If you're a predator, you deserve what you get. But if you're just a person who might be a little weird and have little fetishes, or it might come from your childhood or whatever. You find your tribe, because I'm pretty sure it's somebody else who feels just like you. But don't force yourself around people who not that way, and then when you find out that they're not that way, you get mad at them. Like, that's weird. That's real weird. 2026, we need to cut out all the weirdo behavior, all the fake flexing, all the weirdo behaviors, all the non-genuine folk. If you're a racist, be racist. You know what I'm saying? If you're gay, if you're a lesbian or whatever, LGBTQ, be that. But be it all the way out. Don't hide stuff. Be yourself. I ain't got my hair cut all the way, but that tattoo is on my head. Be yourself. Stop hiding who you are. It's unnecessary. Gay people be winning, especially in financial and coming up in this world. And gay people be winning. A lot of gay people get money. A lot of gay people be funny. A lot of they be winning. So the fact that you feel like you gotta hide it, that means you ashamed of it. And if you're ashamed of it, maybe you feel like you shouldn't be doing it, then don't do it. But don't put your burdens off on nobody else to deal with, or have to find out or discover or whatever you got going on. Because that shit lame, man. It's lame. Fellas, stop trying to use money as the end all. Money don't make you a good person. Money don't make you a better person than nobody. It don't. Money just means you have a little more leeway to do more things. And from my experience, most people that got money don't want to do nothing but get money. Seriously. A lot of people that got money can't dress. They don't have good taste. They just got money to buy expensive stuff and say it's taste. But a lot of that expensive stuff be ugly. The most beautiful stuff don't cost a lot most of the time. You go to, that's why people go to the Goodwill and thrift stores and flea markets and find stuff that's amazing, made right from somebody that nobody knows, and then boom, now it's the big thing, right? It's just until people start trying to monetize things and be greedy, then it comes out, oh, it costs this much. But really, man, the best things be cheap. Not cheap, but inexpensive. Best thing in life, what they say, the best things in life are free. And then the worst things in life have been monetized by greedy people. I'm just talking tonight. I know there's a few people out here that needed to hear this. I pray for everybody. I don't judge nobody except unless they're trying to judge me or villainize me for being myself. Tonight I seen something. I almost started to get mad, but then I got a little flattered. Like somebody just copying me. And I almost got mad about it. Then I thought, I'm like, well, that's what, as an entertainer, and people who puts out the sauce, you know it's gonna be people that take that sauce and try to apply it, right? So why be mad at that? You're influential. Be a little flattered. Like what you say and what you do, it matters to somebody enough till they want to steal it. I think it'd be more ego that say, oh, he's stealing my stuff before I really get it out to everybody. And you know, that ain't how it works. When you putting stuff out, if it's meant for you to blow up off of it, it's gonna blow. Or maybe you just meant to inspire somebody that can make it blow. Or in a better position than you. So even if you get your credit or not, man, God see everything. He really does. He see everything. He see all the phoniness. He see all the swagger jackers and, you know, the non-believers. The sauce stealers. But they inspired by you. So I have to come to grips with that. I inspire people. And that was my main goal, you know. That's always been my main goal, to inspire people to do something great, because I'm going to do something great. I've known this for a long time. I'm meant to do something great. It's just we get caught up in the world and the outcomes of things, like that ego be for real. You know, you get caught up in your ego because you ain't get your credit, but really, I just set out to inspire. I ain't really set out to monetize, because I really ain't monetized a lot off a lot of things I've done. It's mostly off inspiration. Rest in peace to Lil Papa, artist from Jacksonville who just passed away out from suicide. I was just inspired to just paint a picture of him and tell people to go follow his music. I'm getting paid for that. I did it because he inspired me, so I inspired other people to, you know, pay it back. And maybe that's how blessings are supposed to work. Maybe I inspire somebody for them to blow up, and then somebody asks them, well, who inspired you? And then maybe they'll say, hey, this guy, he's not famous, but he inspired me. And then maybe my blessings will come back that way, right? Maybe that's how it works. Pay it forward. Maybe somebody will pay it forward for me one day and say, boy, that boy Tony Red, he did some stuff one day, man. I ain't never seen nobody be like that. You know, and maybe it'll get back to the right people, and they say, hey, well, let's go bless Tony Red. And if they don't, shit, God see it, and he'll bless me. I think I'm supposed to be thinking like that. Most people will be like, hell no, it's my idea. I'm supposed to be the one to come up off of it. And you can't do that. And shit, I be feeling like that sometimes. But that be that ego. As long as ego alive, you're not really doing, well, I'm not really doing what I was supposed to be doing. My goal is to inspire people. Tell people get closer to God. And maybe that's my purpose. Take care of my kids and my family. And my woman right here. Leave a legacy for my family to have when I'm gone. They can always find it and say, that's my daddy, that's my brother, that's my whatever I was to you. A lot of people in this world that never got notoriety for the things they did. We're in Black History Month right now. Think about all these people who we be talking about in our stories and our posts, who you never heard of. Every year, it seems like it's somebody else whose name gets mentioned for something they created that we never knew. I'm 41 years old, and there's still people, you know, that I never knew about until it comes around to Black History Month every month. It's always somebody added, hey, this black person did this. It's a great thing. We would have never had this if this black person ain't do it. And I'll be amazed still of just how influential people are, but they never got they fame. But I bet I know who did know about it. I bet their family knew about it. And that's all that matters. The people who going to get it is the people who need it. Everybody ain't supposed to be famous, because you see, being famous is not what it's all cracked up to be. All this stuff going on with people, you know, stuff be sad, man. And people be really going through stuff. Again, rest in peace, Lil Papa, just passed away of suicide. What was that man going through? And he felt like he had to take himself up out of here. You never know. But guess what? His family got to be proud of him. He did something while he was here with his life in them 25 years. He was able to make some things happen at a young age. The times I've been around him, a few times, he seemed older, even though everybody know he was a little boy when he, you know, first started and came up young. But he had an old soul. A lot of people tell me I had an old soul. It's crazy, like you have an old soul, but you look so young. Most people that got an old soul, I guess that's what that means. Like you got an old soul just because you look young or you act, you know, older than what you look. And I really think that's how entertainment started, honestly. With younger people being in the forefront, younger people looking young, but they were so experienced in the mind or the way they presented themselves. And that became something so special because, you know, Shirley Temple and Michael Jackson. Think about a lot of these stars who came up, we've been watching since we was really young. A lot of them was old souls. People who looked really young but had an experience that was look years beyond their age. Anyway, shrimp, lobster, asparagus. Lemon juice, little Old Bay season, little complete, little garlic, little paprika, bell pepper dust, like Cat Williams say. Mix that on up like that right there. Little onion powder. Right. Little pepper. I already cooked it. Oh, splash. I already cooked it to where it's done. But now I add a little more season to it once I put the lemon juice on there. Let that lemon juice be kind of like a binder for it a little bit while my asparagus is cooking, right? I'm gonna take them off. Take the asparagus off, right? And then I'm gonna hit the shrimp in there real quick just to get a little more sear on it. Shrimp and lobster together. Get a little sear on them things. A little sear on them things. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want them too tough. My girl don't like no tough shrimp. She don't like no tough lobster. She kind of taught me that because shrimp been my favorite food since I was a little boy, and I eat them motherfuckers rubber tough. But she had to caution me a little bit. Where my wine at, baby? Where my wine at? Look at that. Share that with me. And
Yep.
you should try it. Good. Oh. If you know, you know. Shrimp, lobster, asparagus for me and my lady on this Good Friday. Forgive me if I'm babbling a little bit, and I get something in my mind and thinking about it and trying to be positive in the situation and think of it from every angle and not just the selfish angle. Even though I got some things to be mad about, the God in me is saying, let them folk be. Let them be. But I have to, work things out of my own head and make some sense of it. People do you wrong, projecting their own stuff onto you. And you have to you can either say, hell with it, I don't care what's going on, and not learn the lesson from it, or you can actually think about it and try to look at it from their perspective. And even they still could be wrong, but get some understanding. Sometimes we just be missing a little understanding of why things happen the way they happen. You can forgive them and just go on about your business and leave it alone. But it's important to actually think about things before they escalate or go a place where they really ain't need to go. See how long I've been on here. Let me show you. Well, we're getting these hours up, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist. This is where you're going to get all my content at. And the playlist, I got multiple playlists. You got If You Know, You Know, where it's mostly be cooking or working out. You got the Making of Street Sermon mixtape, which will be out next month. Street Sermon 1 and 2. Physical copies only unless you out of town. You send me my money and I'll email it to you. You can take it and put it on USBs and sell it yourself. This is not going on no streaming services or none of that type of stuff. I'm actually sick of that. Also, you got the Villa Project 40 and rapping. Shows me through my whole journey, not the whole journey, but going all the way back dated to 2014, maybe 2015, when I moved from Norfolk, Virginia to Atlanta, Georgia to be on Tyler Perry Studios. It didn't work out. So I turned my attention to music and I documented along the way. Also, a couple other artists on that playlist as well that you can check out some of their story. What's another playlist? Oh, live from Trout River. Mini concert. You have the Injunction mini concert movie. And Welcome to the Crab Pot. Mini concert type thing. All shot and edited by me. A couple other videos in there from Paper Trail Productions, Urban Curse. Shout out to him. He shot the Oh Well video. Yeah, and all the artists who've been with me on this journey or I connected with and did things with, shout out to them as well. All the creatives that I've been around, all the people in the fashion industry, shout out to them. Some of the movies and stuff that I did, shout out to them as well. But if you know, you know. Okay. We're gonna get us a nice house, baby. Nice car, nice house, and we're gonna